Alright people, hey, I'm not a YouTube expert by any means. Heck, I'm not even a camera expert, as you can tell, because I'm having to flip my phone back and forth. Anyway, wanted to go ahead and post up my first video of my new 911 turbo. Got it up out of the East Coast a few months back. It had about 34,000, 400 miles on it. It's just a real low miles car. It was owned by the ownership of a Porsche, the owner of a Porsche dealership, and was registered as a personal car. Anyhow, I've done a few things to it. I'll talk about them as I show you guys, but I figured I'd go ahead and just give you guys a quick run around. And there she is, man. I do not get tired of looking at this thing. It is a 2001 911 Carrera twin turbo, or 996 as it's affectionately or unaffectionately known as due to the headlights. But you know, for the price of these things, you're not going to touch another 911 turbo. You can get the performance for the price of these cars. New, these things were, you know, 125 to 140,000 ish, depending on different options. You can't even touch a new Carrera turbo for that right now, and these ones are still in really good condition if you find the right ones, and they're like new if you do your homework. Anyhow, this one came with a few different modifications. I'll go over it here in a minute. These cars the turbos came with 420 horsepower, and real quickly, just to dispel a myth. There's a myth with the IMS bearings with the 996s. That's in the non-aspirated, so the non-turbo cars. Yeah, they had an IMS problem in a handful of them. It freaks everyone out, and so it really drove down the price of these a little bit too. But a pretty well-known fact at this point now is that the turbo came with the Metzger motor, which is out of is a form of the GT1 race car motor. So it's a completely different type of engine, considered to be pretty much bulletproof by many. This particular car, you could probably tell a little bit that the back tires have got some camber. It's because the car is lowered with some Bilstein PSK 9s. It's also got the Fab Speed stainless steel formula type exhaust with headers. A few other modifications. That it's got a EVOMS intake. I'll show you that here in a little bit, and it has a Bluetooth installed in it. I recently installed some Nürburgring aluminum pedals. I'm still waiting on the dead footrest pedal. You can kind of see through the window. I'll show you all that here in a second. And I bought myself the Porsche sun visor. It's pretty nice. It works awesome. It's just a little bit tedious because it is basically like a folded up piece of cardboard, so it's not very maneuverable, and the best place to stick it is behind the back seats, because it just takes up so much room. But it definitely blocks out the heat. Anyhow, let's see if I can get you. Well, in the mirror there, you can see the headlights. That's one of the biggest flaws with the car, according to some real true Porsche enthusiasts. You know what? It doesn't look that bad. You know, yeah, it doesn't have the traditional bug eye like round headlights or oval headlights, but who cares? If that's the one flaw that's between me and owning a Guards Red with beige interior twin turbo with 34,500 miles on it for a very reasonable price, then shoot, all over with it. Anyhow, yeah, so other than it being lowered, it still does have the stock turbo wheels, so those haven't been upgraded. That'll be an upgrade I'll do sometime in the future. Everything works great on it. It does have the hydraulic spoiler that goes up to 75 miles per hour. So here's the inside of the car. As you can tell, it's the Savannah beige, and this thing is in just gorgeous condition. It's got just the right amount of wood accent features on the e-brake, the shift knob, and the steering wheel. This also has the whitish silver gauge clusters which I haven't seen as many of. Not saying that they're any more rare than the black, but I just see a lot more black ones, it seems like. And then you can kind of see the Nürburgring pedals that I installed down there, which isn't very hard to install. You got to drill some holes, but it's just kind of tight working quarters is the only thing. Yeah, so there are a few nuances to the 01 though compared to like the 02s. The 01 doesn't have a glove compartment. That's probably the biggest bummer. You just have a lot of dash over there and no useful storage space out of it. It doesn't. I mean, you can see that the manuals, they have a spot for the manuals under the driver's console, and there's plenty of room really for anything in these door cubbies. I keep sunglasses, all my registration, a pen, a few other minor things in there, but you can even stick a water bottle in there as you're driving along if you want. I'll get in here. And here we go. And there's one of those door consoles on the other side as well. But yeah, no glove compartment, slight bummer. That's one thing I'd really like to have. It does have the center console with a cup holders, which is kind of nice. But the one thing is that this lid gets in the way. It doesn't go all the way up, and you're kind of driving down the road. You have to kind of awkwardly position your arm when you have a water bottle in here because you can't rest it on the armrest. So I use it more for just storage. Shoot, most of the time I just throw my waters in the back seat. As you can tell, there's a couple of towels back here. That's for nothing more than the fact that all these 911s, they seem to have these like coves below the backrest, between the butt pad and the backrest, and it really makes it uncomfortable for drivers. So I just threw these towels back here for my kids so they can, or anybody else, so that when they sit back there, it's kind of like they have some back support. I don't know if they make a pad for that. I've kind of looked, but I'm having a hard time. If anybody knows, let me know, because I'd love to get some. I might end up having to just have some made. But yeah, that's the interior. It's got the Porsche Crest logo, black Alcantara roof liner, and pretty basic interior. I'll go over that in the next video, but oh yeah, I've put about 1,000 miles on the car since I bought it. Anyway, yeah, in the next video I'll kind of go over some of the better over the interior features, and I'll show you the EVOM stuff in the back. All right, thanks for watching.